Good morning, guys, and happy Wednesday. We have been working through a really great series with our students on Wednesday nights called I Can't Even. Each week, we look at a different person from Scripture that is overwhelmed and see how God helped them through that season of their life. We can all understand the overwhelmed feeling. We are navigating a crazy family schedule ourselves down a car right now. So the Summers family is right smack in the middle of overwhelmed. In addition to looking at these biblical examples, we have also looked at some very practical coping mechanisms that our students and our leaders, for that matter, can use when they find themselves overwhelmed in life. This past week, we looked at Job and how he was probably one of the most overwhelmed people in the entire Old Testament. He had all of his possessions and his family taken from him in the course of maybe 10 minutes as each of these messengers came in to deliver horrible news one after the other. And then our enemy was even allowed to test Job's health with boils. Still, in that overwhelmed state, we find Job faithful. What gave him the strength to endure all this tragedy? It was gratitude. In Job 121, we hear these amazing words. He says, "Naked I come from my mother's womb, and naked shall I return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." Man, that's huge. Even with all the tragedy, even with the boils, even with some horrible friends, Job still blessed the name of the Lord. He was grateful for what he had, even when he had lost so much. Job had no idea what was going on behind the scenes, right? What was going on between God and the enemy. He just saw tragedy and loss, and it all overwhelmed him. But Job was thankful. And guys, we can learn from that. The coping mechanism we used in small groups last week was a gratitude list. Like, we actually had a little piece of paper, and you wrote down 10 things that we were thankful for in life. The exercise did a couple of things. Practically, it made us stop spiraling out of control from all the stress. Secondly, it helped us focus on all the other great things in our life that God has given us. And thirdly, it reminded us that even in that chaos, God is still in control. Those 10 things, man, they didn't have to be super spiritual. As a matter of fact, I didn't want them to be. They actually wanted to find things that meant a lot to us. So we had family mentioned, we had pets mentioned, we had sports mentioned, we had video games, of course, and almost everybody had cell phones on their list. The most amazing part is that even in small groups last week, when we might not have been super overwhelmed, we were all able to find this kind of calm in the stress, seeing all the good things that God has given us and trusting that He was still in control, even when it was scary for us. Guys, I'm not sure what you have going on this week, but living in a fallen world, we are going to get overwhelmed. It's inevitable. So when it seems like the situation is just too much, take a few minutes, write down 10 things that you are thankful for, knowing that God put those things in your life for a reason. Take a second in prayer to thank Him for each one of those things, and guys, you will see a noticeable difference in your stress level. It's amazing how a change in perspective can help us with our anxiety and that feeling of being overwhelmed. Guys, if you want to see any of the teaching videos from the series, you can actually find them on my YouTube page. I'm going to put a link in the comments below for the video. Hope you have a great week, guys. And when the stress of this week gets overwhelming, because it's going to, don't forget to be thankful. Try to make that gratitude list. It's a great way to focus on all the good things that God has given you. So we will see you all real soon.